segment 4 in the series, It's Not BS for Young Souls. We have touched on many topics, from emotions to loving oneself, etc. And we left off segment 3 with love for oneself, that is the answer to all the relief. To relief, love for oneself, love for others, compassion towards oneself, compassion to others, kindness towards oneself, kindness to others, forgiveness towards oneself, forgiveness to others. So we've talked about emotions, that all emotions are meant to be felt. They are not meant to be carried for any length of time. This is when it gets to be the burden upon one's shoulders. If one is carrying anger, upset, resentment, fill it in. However, one is not feeling good, whatever has created the space for one not to feel good. If that is carried along, not finding relief within oneself, it causes great havoc. Relief can be found in many avenues, because what one is wanting to do is to change the emotion to feeling something better. So we'll say an avenue, drinking, drugs, eating, fill it in, just fill it in. There are many reasons. And what one is doing is finding the relief to feel something other than how they are feeling. Wanting relief from the burdens, wanting relief just to feel so much better, even for a moment in time. The challenge with those avenues is that there is a low. There is a euphoric high, but then there's a crashing low. And it is in these low periods that ones make choices from how they are feeling, creating a space to needing more relief, and then the cycle begins. So, a little more alcohol, a little more drugs, perhaps both. And again, this is not a condoning and it's not a condemning, not at all. It is the most understood. It is so understood how you are feeling. This is why these series, these segments are being created. So Tracy is the medium in which she has moved aside, allowing the miraculous gifts of mediumship. So think of it as a conversation from the heavens above, from angels above, if you will. And some do think it's BS. There's no way an angel can, there's no way that there's mediumship. There's no way. Or there's many, we'll say, beliefs around mediumship that is unkind, that is full of judgment, that is full of condemning. Our message is, if ones could place down the judgment and condemnation, there would never be war within oneself or war on the planet. Never. So here you are, perhaps with a war within oneself. We're not going to focus on how it was created. You have reason, or you wouldn't feel this way. What we are sharing is that how long do you wish to feel this way? What if you can find an avenue that doesn't take you from a high to a low, to a crashing low? What if you can find the avenue that is so, we want to say wholesome and healthy, but ones will go, BS, wholesome, healthy. It's garbage. I don't care. I need a drink. It is understood. But what if you could find a pathway to something so grand that you start to see yourself in the light in which you were created? And ones will say created, this is BS. You are magnificent. It is the grandest of all truths. You are unique within yourself. It is the grandest of all truths. There is only one of you. Only one. Only one. Is that not a miracle in itself? Now, ones feel so down upon themselves, they don't feel like any sense of miracle or that miracles even happen. How can they? They feel like trash. They feel discarded. They feel awful. What are you talking about miracles? But what if we shared with you, you are a miracle creating miracles? What if that was the grandest of truths? And it is. But we cannot convince you. No, not at all. We can share with you from this perspective that you are grand, extraordinary, miraculous, brilliant. But it would be up to you to hold it or to reject it. But isn't it fascinating that ones hold on to unkind words far easier than if someone were to praise? So many hold on to condemning much easier than to hold on to praise. Why is it that unkind words are so believed? But if we share that you are magnificent, that you are a miracle, that you are the grandest sense of love that there is, it would be hard to believe. But yet, if you yourself or someone else puts you down, why is that easy to believe? Or why is it a little more acceptable? Have you truly talked yourself out of your own magnificence? And most times it is just like that, because of life experience. So how does one find love for oneself? In the turmoil, in the chaos, in the destruction, in the self-destruction, in the sadness, in the despair, in the hurt. How does one do it? And we would share, not easy to hear. First and foremost, it is a choice to do so. It is a choice to place something down, to allow something else, to pick something else up, a better feeling thought. A better feeling thought. So when you think about thoughts and emotions, think about thoughts. Where does your thoughts take you? Are you thinking that you are a miracle? Probably not. Are you thinking that this is life itself is a bunch of BS? Why are you here? Are you thinking that you have no reason to be here? That you have no purpose to be here? That you do not fit in? And we are here to share with you. You have arrived to Mother Earth. That is a miracle. And there is only one of you. And that is a miracle. And you know what else is a miracle? Is that you can decide how you feel about you. You decide how you feel about you. You decide how you feel about others. You decide on how you wish to feel. And it doesn't seem that it is a choice. We understand because it's so natural not to feel love. It's very natural not to feel compassion when one feels beaten. It's very natural not to even be kind if one feels beaten. But what if you brought yourself to a place that allows you to come forth into your own brilliance? The previous segments, we talked about inner essence. We talked about your love within, we'll say God within. Again, we want to be careful with the wording. We're not here to change a belief. We are here sharing with you that there is more to you than what you just see. There is a connection to, we'll say, the universe, to the oneness, to the vastness, to the wholeness that every soul has. And you have not been forgotten. You have a connection to the most divine compassion that can be felt. You have connection to the most loving forgiveness that can be felt, kind and caring. You have healing delivered, you have relief delivered. But if you feel that it is not possible, well, where would it go if it is delivered? And it is delivered every moment in time. It is. You are part and piece of the whole. Think of the vastness of the sky. Where does it start? Where does it end? No answer to that. So your own inner essence of all that you are, underneath the layers of experience that have caused you to feel any less than, to cause you to feel any upset, turmoil, frustration, all because of life experience. You are able to bring forth you. You are able to find the love held within. And it's not a lecture, but you can do it without the use of something else to find relief. You can do it without experiencing this extreme low. The highs and the lows, the highs and the lows. Creating a space to drink more drugs, not enough, heavier, and before one knows it, they are going down a pathway that is not enlightening at all. Going down a pathway that becomes more of a burden than what they were experiencing before they started out on the journey of finding relief. Ponder that. It becomes heavier because now there is one more thing to hang on to and hold. There is one more thing that is needed to find relief when all along you walk with it. Is it not fascinating? You hold the treasure. You hold your own treasure for relief. You hold your own healing. We're not kidding. We are not kidding. How does one find it? It is a choice to bring it forth. Easier to have a drink, yeah? Not really. When you find the greatest sense of compassion, kindness, forgiveness, and love, you find the greatest relief that can ever be possible. And that is the grandest relief that is possible. Compassion towards oneself for any upset, whatever you are scolding yourself about, what if you place compassion towards it? What if you placed it down and then gave yourself compassion? Or what if the one that upset you so greatly, the one that's caused the pain, or the ones that have caused the pain, there are hundreds of reasons to have a pained heart, to be heartbroken, to feel discarded, if you will, to feel run over by life, hundreds of thousands of reasons. But there's 100 and thousands of reasons to feel good. We're not kidding. Why is it so easy to hold anger and to hold it than it is to hold joy? So many are searching for happiness. And it is an emotion just like anger. And they feel it is so far away that they have to wait for something to come to them to feel the sense of happiness. But truly, happiness does come from within. It does. Think of someone that you feel would, from the outside perspective, from where you are standing, they appear to have it all. Perhaps they are famous. Perhaps they are living the life of riches. Perhaps they have everything that one would perceive as the best thing to have for the grandest experience. They are perfect, if you will. How many have taken their own lives, living the life that society believes is perfect? Happiness is from within. It is. It is. It is. So we are sharing how ones can bring it forth. So we'll conclude this little segment, continue our next segment to share with you how you can bring it forth, how you can live your life, your days, moment to moment, hour by hour, feeling a little better than you feel. Really, really, really good. There is great love.